Welcome to Fill Your Cup, simple self-care practices for busy educators. My name is Chauncey and I am your presenter. We start with a third-party tool disclaimer. NCBOLD is designed to support educators in the use of digital tools and technology to enhance learning outcomes. NCBOLD strives to model best practices for educators, including data privacy and cybersecurity. As such, we want educators to be aware of the importance of following the North Carolina's third-party vendor policy in using tools. As such, educators should follow the district's policy and consult with their district's technology department prior to signing up students for digital tools. This presentation aligns to the new digital learning competencies for educators in the learner, leader, and collaborator category, and educational leaders in the connected learner category, and coaching in the connected learner category. The purpose of this session on self-care is to equip teachers with essential knowledge and practical tools to maintain their well-being and effectiveness in the classroom by raising awareness about the importance of self-care, providing strategies for stress management, and demonstrating how to engage in these practices in daily routines. The session aims to prevent burnout, enhance job satisfaction, and improve overall teaching quality. It also seeks to create a supportive environment where teachers can share experiences and learn from one another, ultimately fostering a culture of well-being that benefits both educators and students. The session emphasizes the dual benefit of self-care. It not only improves teachers' personal lives, but it also enhances their professional performance and their ability to model healthy behaviors for their students. Intended participant outcomes include acquisition of practical self-care practices for personal use, increased awareness of self-care importance in education, development of a personalized self-care action plan, improved capacity to model healthy self-care behaviors for students, and an increased confidence in balancing professional responsibilities and personal well-being. How do you feel right now? How will you feel in August? What does December look like? And June? Can this procession be helped? Yes. What is self-care? It's all about taking care of your health and well-being so that you're prepared to be the best teacher you can be for yourself and your students. Self-care activities can include big and small things that address your mental and physical well-being. Self-care is intentional, regular, holistic, proactive, balanced, empowering, and sustainable. Why is it important? Self-care is important to avoid burnout, to become more effective, to relieve stress, and to have a better quality of life. My last bulletin here, the self-care file, when you open it up, you have access to all my self-care activities that you can take back and use for teacher PD in your schools. It talks about different activities broken up into mindful activities, relaxation activities, creating boundary activities. I just wanted you guys to have all of this. Do you currently have a self-care plan and is it working? Physical self-care. Exercise, movement, nutrition, sleep, personal hygiene, medical care, rest and relaxation, body awareness, ergonomics, physical touch, and limiting harmful substances. We're all teachers. It's very difficult for us to get time off to go take care of our medical needs, but we need to remember that it's important because if we're not healthy, then we're not being effective teachers. Emotional self-care, mindfulness, and stress management. We need to make sure that we are staying in the moment and that we're aware of what's going on around us so that we can better manage things. Professional self-care. Setting boundaries and scheduling. We need to remember that teaching is just a job and that teaching should start and begin at certain hours and it should not go over into our personal life. We need to think about workplace organization and technology management as well. What aspect of self-care do you want to work on personally in the coming year? Making self-care a part of your classroom. Use mindfulness activities, create quiet times, create movement breaks, brain breaks, emotional check ins, practice gratitude, practice positive affirmation, and perhaps set up a decompression station. Why? Because it improves the learning environment, it develops life skills, it helps with stress prevention, and improves the school culture. What are the barriers to self care? Time, guilt, misconceptions, money, and lack of support. What can you do to overcome barriers? And this is just a list that I have come up with. Time management, prioritize tasks, and use time blocking techniques. Start with small, manageable self care activities. Integrate self care into your daily routines. Put it on your calendar. Address guilt. Reframe self care as essential for being an effective teacher. Remember that self care benefits students indirectly, and practice positive self talk and affirmations. Correct misconceptions. Educate yourself on the importance and variety of self care practices. Share information with colleagues to promote a culture of self care. Combat burnout. Start with low energy self care activities when exhausted. Seek professional help if burnout is severe. Advocate for workload adjustments when necessary. Look for budget friendly options. Explore free or low cost self care activities like walking and meditation apps. Look for community resources or teacher discounts. Remember that your local community college often has manicure and pedicure services that their students are learning and they offer to you at a discounted price. Build support systems, connect with like minded colleagues, communicate needs to administration, join or create a self care group for teachers. Challenge cultural expectations. Set clear boundaries between work and personal life. Model healthy work life balance for students and colleagues. Address perfectionism. Practice self compassion. Set realistic goals and celebrate small achievements. Increase knowledge. Attend workshop or webinars on self care. Read books or articles on teacher well being. Improve prioritization. Schedule self care activities like any other important appointment. Learn to say no to non essential commitments. Adapt to your environment. Create a dedicated space for your self care at work and home. Use noise canceling headphones or find quiet spaces when needed. Manage technology. Set boundaries for work emails and communications. Use apps that limit screen time or social media use. Form new habits. Use habit stacking. Link new habits to existing routines. Start with micro habits, very small, easy to implement changes. Address mental health. Seek professional help when needed. Practice self compassion and positive self talk. Focus on long term benefits. Keep track of things via a journal, and you'll see the benefits over time. Remember that self care is a journey, not a destination. Collaborate with administration. Advocate for school wide self care initiatives. Suggest professional development focused on teacher well being. Use accountability partners. Partner with a colleague to check in on each other's self care goals. Share your intentions with friends and family for support. And redefine self care. Recognize that self care isn't always relaxing. Setting boundaries can be uncomfortable but necessary. Include a variety of activities that nourish different aspects of your well being. Please repeat out loud. It's okay to take time to help myself. I want to thank you for joining this session, and I hope you enjoyed it.